I'm a dude playing a dude disguised as another dude.
Well, welcome back to the original Bootleg Alley. Gentrification Alley has been shut down for those who are unfamiliar with the scenario. There was some regentrification in Bootleg Alley, but the city council, surely composed woke libs, didn't think that it was fair for the original residents of Bootleg Alley to be kicked out on the street with no place to live. And so all of the nice amenities that were in Gentrification Alley have been removed. The leader, the guy who spearheaded the return, which is Quasimodo Spider-Man, has welcomed the original residents of Bootleg Alley back. And what other way to welcome the residents of Bootleg Alley back than to look at a bootleg, a knockoff, a replica. I don't know what this is. This is, I don't even remember buying this. This is, as you can plainly see, Deadshot from the first Suicide Squad movie, starring Will Smith. That's Will Smith's face right there. Legends Creation, which I believe is actually an SHF. This is a tiny SHF style box. It goes to the back of the box, and what I guess the figure looks like, because that definitely does look like Will Smith. I don't know if this is an actual picture of Will Smith or what the figure is supposed to look like. We can't really see through the box, just to make sure everything is cool here. We even have my original DC Multiverse Deadshot from the first Suicide Squad movie to compare. But let's say, let's see if we got we cut this dude open. Well, and here goes Deadshot out of the box, looking interesting. We're going to, we'll get to it. From here, from there. He's looking pretty good, right? He's looking pretty good. But let's say we take a closer look at Deadshot. Deadshot. We went ahead and changed one of his hands. Apparently he only holds his gun in his right hand. He has one trigger hand to go along with his two open hands. But let's say we take a closer look at this guy. Most importantly, let's take a closer look at this guy's face. So, the question that we're asking ourselves is, well, does that look like Will Smith to you? Maybe from the profile it does. Yeah, let's see. It looks like there's something going on with those eyes. And, of course, the eyes are pretty much what makes or breaks a character, I think, as far as looks are concerned. But, which is why, certain people doing porn in incognito put blindfolds on. Not that I've ever seen anything like that, because, that's not something I would watch personally. It's just what I've been told. But, yeah, look at, okay. But scanning up the body, he looks pretty good. He looks like a lot of trouble went through decorating this guy. He looks pretty good. All of these things that you see on his body do not come off. His sidearm is embedded in there. The knife on his ankle is embedded in there. All of his clips, his dual pistols on the rear are embedded in there. Lots of guns, lots of things for Deadshot, none of which actually works for Deadshot. So he has this, and that's just about it. But how is Deadshot moving around? How is Deadshot's articulation? Well, as you can see, Deadshot has a nice pair of double jointed knees. He has a nice pair of double jointed elbows. Let's see, he can strike a T or do what was that? What's that hip hop dance called? When you kind of so a T walk. I think it's a T walk is what it's called. But he looks like he could do that. And see, he can move his legs up a little bit, back not at all, and he can go out. I mean, he has all these clips that don't come out, so that's going to keep him from going out too much to the left or the right, and so because that's blocked right there. But, you know, I guess if you need him to kind of, you know, strike some kind of action pose where he's, you know, shooting something, I guess that works. You know, so he has looks like he has some kind of butterfly joint in there, helping him move back and forth a little bit. He has a waist crunch. His armor plates have some give in there, so he can move forward, not a lot, back, not a lot, but he can rock to the side pretty good. You know, so there you go. That's his articulation. That is the articulation of Deadshot. But let's say we bring in. Oh, we should put on his. First things first. And here goes Deadshot next to the old school Mattel multiverse. Both of these guys are kind of old school. Hell, I don't know when this guy came out. He couldn't have come out too far after this guy. We bought this guy, I am assuming, not too long after the movie came out. We've had him a long time. And as you can tell, the SHF bootleg does have more decoration. And I can guarantee you he also is more articulated. This guy has single jointed knees, single jointed elbows. And, you know, even if you want to compare the Will Smith head sculpts, I don't think there is any comparison. I mean, I don't know. I have no idea who this guy is supposed to be. But, yeah. But by comparison, well, yes, he wins the Will Smith competition, that's for certain. And similarly, you know, none of his clips or anything, or his double barrels, his double guns in the rear come out. And hell, you can't even really tell he has double guns there. They blend in almost the same color there. So, but I do know that his firearm did come out wherever it is in the world now, and his knife doesn't come out either. Now we got to put on their Deadshot heads and see how they look with those on. And here goes both Deadshots wearing their Deadshot masks. Oh, he just fell down. Way to go, guy. I found the original Deadshot's gun, though. How about that? It's, you know, while looking for a gun for Deadshot to hold, I found that. You know, we'll go ahead and stick that in his holster once we get him standing up again. We couldn't find his gun, so he's gonna have to use She-Spawn's gun for a minute there. Also, his lack of double jointedness kind of really hurts his ability to hold the gun, say like the Legends Creations Deadshot. But as you can see, well, but you know, let's take a look at the mask and see how it looks. It looks very good. Yes, I think if I don't know, something does look a little off about it. I think it's the way the neck and the mask integrate. Something looks a little off. This one might look better, mainly because I think the neck is a little thicker. It looks a little more organic. His double jointed joints do help him go a long way further than the old school Mattel multiverse. And here goes the Legend Creations SHF Deadshot, a figure that I thought would be way worse than he actually is. He's not great, but everything moves good. The paint is outstanding on this figure. The deco is outstanding on this figure. But the fact that all of his weapons and clips are stuck to his body and you can't get them off, that's not the Bootleg's fault. That's the SHF's fault. For some reason, they didn't want to do that. But the main problem with this feature being that the Will Smith head needs a little work. And quite honestly, it looks like whoever was painting this head looked like they were on their way to doing Will Smith, but then got called away before they could finish the job. But yeah, this figure isn't nearly as bad as I thought it was going to be. Now, why would anybody want a first Suicide Squad movie Deadshot figure? That I can't answer. That is for the individual to examine himself. I know I bought it because I just do things for the people so the people can have the information they need to make the purchases that they want. That's why I got it. But you decide for yourself if this is something you want to add to your collection.